#1 Marmaduke fan here, and I got me a free comic today. This vid's gonna be kind of a shout out to one of my boys. You know who you are. All right, Aliens: Life and Death 2 of 4. Now, this is kind of a good case study for me of a comic trying to hop me right into the middle of something with a lot of stuff going on before it. My experience with Aliens, I've only watched Alien, the very first one, and I really liked it. I thought it was a good, creepy movie. I know Aliens, the action movie, is kind of a very famous action movie, iconic, but I still haven't even seen that one yet. So I knew I liked Alien. I think I went to see Prometheus. I didn't really get it, but let's just see how this goes, because this is going to be introducing me. Really, this is the first thing apart from the movies, alien-wise, that I've looked at. So I'm not going to try to understand exactly where this takes place in continuity. Like, the Predators are here from the AVP movie. Apparently, it has something to do with Prometheus 2. So apparently, everything's canon, right? I want to get the artist. Moritat. Okay, Moritat has some interesting things for me, because I've been reading some Star Wars comics, and I've been unhappy with some of them, even from artists I respect, because, you know, everything that's a droid or everything that's a ship, it's not even that they're just drawing based on a 3D model. The 3D model itself is plopped in there. And I think this comic, it provides a good example how even if you sketch something or rely on a reference, as long as you draw it, it's going to feel like it belongs more. And because that effort was shown, I'm less annoyed by things that annoyed me in the Star Wars comic, like kind of like painted texture planets and oceans and posterized photos for texture. They're used more sensitively here. They're used less, more as a background texture rather than page after page after page of that kind of stuff filling up the art. So there are actual physical drawings. There are a few wonky faces, but they're generally kind of loose and expressive, and I like that. I like, even if a drawing's a little departed from reality, I like it if there's kind of energy in the stroke and it conveys information about what's going on inside of the head of the characters, which is generally a strength of this artist. How does it do in introducing me to what's going on? Well, I think it does pretty good. So I've got a lot, right? There's apparently like this girl trapped on the planet, and there's some political back and forth with the Marines. This is kind of an interesting contrast for me, because in the Alien movie, Riley was the cautious one who was not, sympathetic to the guy who got the alien attached to his face, and she was smart because they didn't know what kind of contaminant that was. So rather than endanger everyone on the ship, she was willing to let one of their crew members die. And by the end of the movie Alien, you know that she was right. This seems to be kind of the opposite perspective, where the girl is trapped on the planet, she's presumably dead, she's presumably contaminated, but because of the Marine code, these futuristic Marines don't want to leave her behind. They want to go try to find her as long as she's still alive. So it's a good contrast, where I think they're not being stupid. They know their chances are grim and there's little chance of saving her, but they still, as long as she's alive and as long as their other teammates are alive, they're willing to do that. I don't know who this guy is, but it's quickly conveyed to me that he's not a Marine and he really wants to go. So he seems like a badass civilian, and this is the girl's lesbian wife, and it's not really clearly established to me who this guy's supposed to be, but I'm given enough to know that he's a bigwig. She was on the planet and got off and wants to go back to get her wife. So it gives me just enough information to kind of get a feel for, okay, he's some kind of political big shot, and they got to come to an arrangement to make this happen. And the deal is that he gets to try to extract the parasite in her for study. Gonna skip a bit. I enjoyed this, and I enjoyed seeing physical drawing. And the names of all the side characters started to pile up, which I guess is to be expected since I'm jumping in the middle. But I'm happy with the drawing. It seems like an exciting setup. This was kind of just like a bit of running around, like they see the ship, they run around. So there wasn't a big fight, didn't happen in it. So using kind of Zach's standard of pacing, this wasn't the most dynamic for a floppy, but if it's paced for the trade, I think this is as a little snippet of a trade. I might be interested to go check out the trade paperback and see how this fits into the broader context. And I really loved this alien right at the last page. They kind of saved their best big money shot for last. And I even like getting to see some of the concept art of these guys, and because it's thoughtful, right? Because the aliens take on characteristics of the host that they annihilate, and so they had to put some thought into that. And they, a lot of in-house ads plugging future work. So I'm happy with this. I think I'll go check out the trade paperback sometime, because the aliens are kind of a really cool, creepy beast, and I am intrigued. So from a storytelling perspective, good job getting me up to speed, getting me interested, using real drawing. Maybe a little bit more could have been done to help me kind of know what this Marines deal and what this Marines deal is, but I'm a bit forgiving because I'm jumping in kind of late here, and this is a bit more of this comic is a chapter of a bigger story rather than an individual TV episode where I could just understand it all by itself without the rest of the context. But it is effective in getting me interested in the broader lore. So, better than Star Wars, better than Marvel. I'm #1 Marmaduke fan. Catch you later.